Welcome to the Deep Dive. We sift through the sources to bring you the key insights you need. Today, we're looking at, well, a pretty unexpected source of wisdom, Arnold Schwarzenegger's book, Be Useful, 7 Tools for Life. It just came out October 10th, 2023. And it's not just, typical self-help. It aims to give really practical tools for living a life with purpose based on his own, frankly, unbelievable journey. From a small Austrian village to, well, everywhere.
Exactly. What's really interesting is how it mixes his life story, the autobiography part, with actual actionable advice. And it all kind of circles around this one core idea: be useful.
Hmm.
So our mission today is basically to pull out the most important bits for you, the surprising facts, the deeper takeaways you can actually use.
Okay, let's get into it. Arnold starts with something fundamental, having a clear vision. And alongside that, never think small. For him, this was more than just dreaming. It was like he was already living it. He talks about visualizing himself as Mr. Universe. I mean, really vividly, the smell of the tanning oil, the sound of the crowd, years before it happened. It's like he was conditioning himself psychologically, making it feel inevitable.
That vision definitely gives you direction, right?
Hmm.
But what's striking is it wasn't just what he wanted, but the how and the feeling of it. It wasn't just, think positive. It was a real mental blueprint. But, thinking about how huge his goals were, Mr. Universe, movie star, governor, does he talk about the sheer, maybe, nerve it takes or the fear involved in thinking that big?
That's a really good point. He's quite open about it. He seems to see it less as audacity and more as just refusing to put limits on himself, which ties right into the next tool, work like hell.
Hmm.
His message is blunt. No shortcuts. None. Think about his schedule back then, training 5 hours a day, school, construction work, learning English all at once. It's kind of mind-boggling. He has this quote that's very direct. You can have results or excuses, not both.
Yeah, that really cuts through.
Yeah.
The emphasis on pure effort is powerful. Though you do have to wonder, right? Does he ever acknowledge things like luck or just being in the right place at the right time? His path was so unique. Or is it presented as purely down to his relentless work ethic?
He does mention that hard work puts you in a position for opportunities, yeah. But the underlying philosophy is very much about creating your own luck by being prepared. But it wasn't just about grit. He's also a master of adapting what he calls shift gears. I mean, look
Right.
at his transitions. Bodybuilding champion, then action movie hero, then comedy star, and then governor of California. Quite the shifts.
Hmm. And shift gears isn't just about changing jobs, is it?
Mm.
It seems more about being okay with discomfort, with learning completely new things.
Yeah.
It really makes you, the listener, think, are you willing to change lanes when needed, even if it feels like starting over?
Exactly. And linked to that is his knack for self-promotion, his tool,
Uh,
sell, sell, sell. He wasn't just talented, he really understood how to market Arnold. The physique, the persona.
mm,
He used his bodybuilding fame to get into movies, then used his movie fame to run for office. Very strategic. He knew his brand and how to evolve it.
right. Being able to explain your value, to promote yourself effectively, it's key to opening doors, whatever you do. It's not about bragging, it's just being effective. Like he saw himself almost as a product, needing the right marketing.
Okay, and the final tool he shares is maybe the deepest. Break your mirrors.
Huh.
This isn't literally about mirrors or vanity. It's about stopping the intense focus on yourself and turning outwards to help other people. He argues that real fulfillment, the lasting kind, isn't from personal awards. It comes from using your success, your strength, to lift up the community around you. You see that shift in him, from focusing entirely on his own body to advocating for big causes as governor.
And that brings us right back to the book's title, doesn't it?
Pretty use?
He even says that's the highest compliment you can get. It's about taking what you've achieved, all that hard work, and making it count for something bigger than just yourself, finding purpose beyond the personal win.
So wrapping this up, what's the takeaway? Be Useful feels like a very straightforward, kind of no-nonsense guide. It's packed with genuine, often pretty funny stories from his incredible life. The highs, the lows, all the lessons learned the hard way.
Yeah, it really does offer clear, usable steps. Define your goal, work like hell, know when to shift, sell yourself well, and, maybe most importantly, find real meaning by helping others. It's a blueprint for action, really, without a lot of fluff.
So here's a final thought for you to consider. We live in a world that really celebrates individual success, right? But here's Arnold, maybe the ultimate individual success story, saying true fulfillment comes from being useful to others. What does being useful actually mean in your own life? And how much of your own satisfaction deep down comes from that kind of impact? Something to mull over.